Hello and welcome back to another client portal walkthrough. Today we're going to be discussing how to set up forms. So the first thing you would need to do is go into your client portal manager and navigate over to forms. You can see here we don't have any forms, so we want to start a new form here. Basically, forms are things that you can send to the client, maybe like an intake form or something like that, so that you can gather some information and have it pushed back into Filevine. So what we'll want to do is come over here and we want to pick the project. So if you have multiple project types in Filevine, you will want to make sure you select the correct one. We're going to be looking for a personal injury one. From here, you can see some fields are automatically populated for you. So first, middle, and last name. But then you can go through and find specific fields that you would like to insert. So if we come over to intake, maybe we want to say this is the date of intake. We could go ahead and add that. We would maybe want to add, incident type, maybe other incident type too, just depending on, our drop down options here, right? So we can definitely add that in as well. And then let's say that we're good for now and we just want to go in and customize a few things. So you'll notice right off the bat that some of this information, this is going to be read only. You can change that. So if you wanted to change this to standard, that means that you would be able to come in here and update that information, or somebody else could input that information if needed. You can also make it required. So, if you want them to have to fill in these fields, you can also change those to required. Otherwise, you can put in helper text. So if we come back up here and maybe we wanted to say, something like that, you can go ahead and add in that helper text as well. You also have options to translate field values. So this basically pertains to language. So if you have a client who maybe doesn't natively speak your language, you can basically go in there and update that. So you can always toggle that on if needed. Otherwise, we can also come into here and we can add our logo. So we could add Vine skills. We could call this intake form if we would like. And then you can always write a description of this form as well. And this is going to be kind of what it looks like when you send it over to the clients. So you want to make sure that this is client facing and we're using client facing language there. Otherwise, you can also customize the layout. So if you wanted to insert any of these options, so if we had, a section break or header, maybe we wanted to have one here. If we come over to settings, and layout, we could add in a section break there. Just to kind of determine that. You see it got added to the bottom, but we can drag it up here as well. We could even add like a section heading if we wanted to. So maybe we wanted to call this incident info. Something like that. You can go ahead and add those in as well. Keep clicking that. But yeah, there's lots of other things. You can also add warning messages, information, different things like that. You can also reorder these. So if you wanted to, you can drag and drop and kind of go through and make sure it is how you would like it to look. Otherwise, what I kept clicking on, if you do hit settings, once you are clicked into a specific document, you can set the days until the expiration of this form, right? So you can say, hey, they have 7 days to fill it out. It will automatically hashtag form submission. You can also have it say, intake form if you wanted to. And then this is going to be the portal message that the client gets. So if you wanted to new form to complete, you can also add in a variable. So if you wanted to pull in their first name or anything like that, you can as well. Also the form title, right? So you could add that in. Otherwise, then this is going to be the message that gets sent out. You can fully customize this as well and also add in some other variables there. So once we are all set with our changes, we would just want to hit publish here, and then we can see that this would populate. I think if we hit refresh, this title should update for us. Oh, it's still showing as that. We would just need to come in here, and I just clicked on these three dots and we can hit rename, and then we can just call that our intake form. Perfect. You'll also notice on these three dots, I can come in here, I can deactivate this. If it's very similar to another form or layout that I want to create, I can also duplicate this. So you do have a lot of different options from this form section. All right, hope this helps.